My experience for the last 2 days has been it was amazing. It's been great and very surprising, to be honest. I live and work in San Francisco, and I discovered this conference by accident by running into Alex in another conference in San Francisco. And I didn't really know much about what it was going to be about. And I'm the only time I was in Boulder was like 14 years ago, so everything was kind of new. The only thing that really attracted me to was that the name, Conscious Entrepreneur, because that's also what I'm trying to be. And every speaker, every session, every activity that has been shown and shared in the conference has been really speaking to the name very well. So yeah, it has been really amazing. The most important takeaway from the conference for me is the community. And I know it's been said in many speaker sessions, but the more I work, I've worked in corporate for 20 years and now I'm starting my own, but then the more I worked in the corporate and the more I now try to do my own thing, I just realized the importance of communities more and more. And however, there's so many business conferences like this in Silicon Valley and wherever else, but then they don't really talk about the value of community. It's almost like a soft value that people think that it's good to have, but it's or nice to have, but it's not essential. But I think it's so essential, and I think this summit really highlighted that, and then create a sense of community. So I think that's the takeaway, the community. So how I think that I evolved from this conference. Well, it's to be seen. I don't know exactly yet, but then I've been having a lot of new ideas thanks to a lot of inspirations that people shared. And one of the things that I think I'm evolving to is that feeling very confident in showing up in the way I want to show up as an entrepreneur, because I had this sort of a sense that, do I deserve to say that do I deserve to do what I want to do and then say that, this is how I want to be? So there was self-doubt kind of looming over. And thanks to, I think, this power community and then a lot of this inspiration, I think that I'm evolving to show up with more courage and more candor. So that's what I hope to see, and also what I'm feeling right now. Oh, so anything that I would like to do differently or act on after this conference, there's so many. One of the things I will say is that I'll just feel more free to say, this is what I want to do. What do you think? Instead of kind of caving in that I don't know if I have to say this. So I would like to just say it without judging myself or filtering myself too much, and say it really honest that this is what I want to do. What do you think about it? And just go with it. So that's what I'll do very differently. Sure. So anything that stood out in this summit that was different from my other experiences in the different conferences or so is that I have to say, having worked in tech industry for 20 years and also living in Silicon Valley, I've been to similar conferences many times, and similar as in the topic. So it's about entrepreneurship or startups or tech scene, or even like mindfulness plus technology, so all that. And this is very different and very unique because it's, I think, built by the people who are here in Boulder, Colorado, and people really so there's a sense of care among the entrepreneurs here, and then the investors here are really, really palpable. And I think that's very special because entrepreneurship might be similar anywhere you go in the world, but then that adding the locality and then care for the local community, I think that's really beautiful and is valuable to, in a way, develop the entrepreneurship that's in Boulder style or in Colorado style. So I really hope that the conference goes on and also share some things that they learn, like what it means to be an entrepreneur in Boulder, in this region, and how to actually care for the community and then create a community to care for each other continuously, and share the knowledge and wisdom with other actually entrepreneurship communities in other cities in the U.S. or globally too. I think this is really one of the best practices that I've seen.